Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Happy Day Getaways live series. And today we're going to be talking about Japan, but we're going to start off just like always. We're going to introduce ourselves. So I'm Jorge and I'm the social media director.
I'm Katie, and I'm your vacation specialist.
I'm Jenny from the Foodie Corner.
Yeah. And so, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about Japan. We will have the destination of the week, which is a little, or deal of the week, which is a deal that we found for the destination that we're going to talk about. But before we get started, I'm going to let Katie explain what we do at Happy Day Getaways.
So, we bought a travel agency, and we specialize in a variety of different vacation packages. We can do typical cruises, we can do land packages. That includes your flights, resort stay, villa stay, different types of tours. We can do excursions. So, if you're on a cruise and you want to go scuba diving, once you get to shore, we can handle that too. We offer something for everyone, and we get a ton of exclusive deals.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. And the first place when you go to Japan that you're going to visit is more than likely going to be Tokyo. Tokyo is the largest city in the world with a population of 37 million people. So it is a perfect combination of both chaos and peacefulness. And we'll see that in the pictures below here or above. This is the Meguro River, and this is in the optimum time to be able to see the cherry blossom trees. As you can see, you get a nice little retreat of peacefulness in Japan. But then you also have the crossing here, Shibuya Crossing, which looks very chaotic, but it's just all organized chaos. Now, something that's very impressive about Japan is just how modern it is and how technologically advanced it is. As you can see in the picture, that's one of my bucket list items is to be able to ride the bullet train. And not only that, their efficiency and arrival times into the stations and whatnot is just mind-boggling. Just another fact to be able to go to Japan.
After visiting Tokyo, you're definitely going to want to check out Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is 62 miles from Tokyo, and it is one of the most famous mountains in the world. This is an active volcano that was formed by violent eruptions and has layers of rock, ash, and lava between the layers. This mountain is climbed by over 200,000 tourists every year, and it has different stopping points along the way for lodging and purchasing supplies. After visiting Mount Fuji, you'll definitely want to check out Kyoto. Kyoto is a large city, and this was previously Japan's capital. This city contains many shrines, temples, and other historic sites, and is one of the most photographed cities in Japan. You'll want to visit in the springtime if you want to see the beautiful cherry blossoms, or in the fall if you want to see the beautiful fall foliage. For a more unique experience, you'll want to check out feeding the monkeys in the Iwadayama Monkey Park, which is a great family activity for everyone. While you're in Kyoto, you'll definitely want to check out the Fushimi Inari Shrine. This shrine is dedicated to the Inari Shinto god of rice. And this shrine is famous for its thousands of vermilion torii gates, which straddle a network of trails behind its main buildings. It does take about 3 hours to hike this trail, but you can stop and turn around and go back at any point. And best of all, because a lot of the gates were donated, this is one of the few shrines that is actually free to see in Kyoto, so that's definitely a bonus.
All right, and since you're already in Kyoto, there is a castle called the Himeji Castle. It's very close to Kyoto, and this is one of only 12 castles that is still intact. It's not a reproduction and whatnot. This one was constructed back in 1609, and it is a conglomerate of 80 buildings. So when you go visit, make sure you bring your walking shoes on because it is a large area to cover. But as you can see, it's just beautiful architecture. It really just embodies the culture. And so if you're a photographer, architectural person, this is a perfect destination for you to check out.
And next up, after you're done visiting Tokyo and Kyoto, Japan, you'll definitely want to check out Hakone, Japan. And this is a town outside of Tokyo that has a national park that is famous for its hot springs and beautiful views of Mount Fuji. After relaxing in the hot springs, you can walk around the open air museum that features over 100 sculptures by international artists. This day trip getaway is perfect for when you get tired of all the chaos of Tokyo and just want a little break in nature for a day.
Nice. All right. So that covers the destination. You guys saw some of the pictures in social media. Now, we talked about when is the best time for Japan, and there's several different ways to look at it. If you want to check out the cherry blossoms, just like Katie had mentioned, you want to go in the spring. That's when the cherry blossom trees are blooming, and you can get those really nice pictures that will get you a bunch of likes. If you want to visit Mount Fuji and you want to climb up there, there's only 2 months of the year that you're able to do that. That's July and August. And so you really want to make sure that you plan around that. If that's going to be one of your bucket list items is to climb Mount Fuji, make sure you plan around that. And now you can also go in the fall or in the winter and catch some of the different fall leaves and also snow around the different mountain peaks in Japan. Now, who is the perfect candidate for this trip other than us? Oh,
I think almost anyone would love to see Japan. It's such a unique country to visit, but the people who would be the perfect candidate for Japan are definitely outdoorsy type people. Of course, with Mount Fuji, a lot of the shrines are open air, all the beautiful sights, going to Hakone and seeing the hot springs. If you love being outdoors and just appreciating nature, because of all the beautiful nature with the cherry blossoms, the fall foliage in the fall time, anyone who just appreciates just being outside and relaxing in that environment would be perfect. Also, with Japan's very unique culture, their extreme efficiency, just their way of life is so different from how it is here in the US. So anyone who just wants to check out a unique culture that's very different from what we have here, you'll be very impressed with what you find in Japan.
nice. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started with the deal of the week. So the deal of the week is a cruise, and now you know cruises are the best way to maximize how much you are able to cover and minimize the amount of cost. This cruise, as you can see in the itinerary, it is a 14-day best of Japan cruise. You do get to see South Korea, but essentially you'll be covering Tokyo. Start your journey in Tokyo, then go over to Mount Fuji, go to Kyoto, Koshi, Hiroshima, Kagoshima. Then you go to South Korea, Busan, and then you come back to the top part of Japan at Hakodate, then Aomori, and then finish it off with coming back to Tokyo. Now, this is a great cruise because you don't start at different points, and also you all you have to get is a flight direct to Tokyo. Now, this is a 14-day trip, and the starting cost there was two sailings that I had looked at. Now, this is per sailing, and prices may fluctuate up and down, blah blah blah. But just while we looked up this morning, October 11 and 25th of 2020, you're looking at starting cost of about 1,300 per person, maybe a little bit less for one of those sailings. I don't remember how much, but just something to keep in mind. So if you do plan on going on some cruise like this, that's about $92 per person per night. So that's a pretty good deal um, for a nice immersive experience of Japan. So that pretty much ends it for the destination. Now we're gonna move on to the
The
Foodie
Foodie Corner!
Corner.
Hey, thank you for the intro. So, first we will be talking about sushi and sashimi. And I know it's pretty popular and you probably have already tried it before, but there are several rules that visitors should be aware of. First, don't dunk your sushi or sashimi in sauces. You don't want to spoil the unique flavors of raw fish and rice and seaweed. No. Second, it's okay to eat with your fingers. In fact, a lot of sushi is eaten with fingers and not with chopsticks. And third, don't cut your sushi in half with your chopsticks. This is just bad etiquette. and it's more polite to take bites out of the sushi if the piece is too large. Then, continuing with our most try recommendations, you wanna eat ramen. I know it's the same as popular as sushi, but going to Japan and not trying ramen, it's really a crime. Another recommendations to try are unagi, tempura, udon noodles, onigiri, okonomiyaki, miso soup as a side, and tonkatsu. But if you are more into something sweet, then I recommend you to try Japanese cheesecake. And unlike the original cheesecake from America, Japanese cheesecake is made from sponge cake and half cheesecake, giving us a perfect texture. And to finalize your experience, you wanna go to these informal restaurants and bars called izakaya. You order a yakitori skewer along with Japanese beer called yokocho, and enjoy your night and have a lot of fun. Then moving to our three recommended restaurants, first on the list is Sukiyabashi Jiro. It's a high-end sushi restaurant run by the legendary sushi master Jiro Ono. The second recommendation is Tempura Kondo, and yeah, you'll find tempura in there. The two Michelin star tempura restaurant is run by chef Fumio Kondo. And last one but not least, Inoa. It's a newly opened fine dining restaurant offering award-winning Nordic-inspired cuisine with a distinctive Japanese twist brought by Chef Thomas Frebel. And these all three are located in Tokio. So give it a try. And here we leave some of the photos that we of this weekend trying to make sushi, and well, we'll leave them later in Instagram, so go check out Instagram. And don't worry if you didn't catch any of this information, if you want to know any more specifications, we'll leave all the information down in the description box.
All right. Well, that ends the Foodie Corner, and we just want to say thank you guys for everybody here that's watching it, everybody that's watching it in the future. We really appreciate it. Now, if you haven't followed us, please follow us. Here are the links in the screen. We continue to grow on a daily basis, and we appreciate all the support that everybody has given us. Now, the more support we get, the more videos that we'll be able to get to you. And that ends it for today. Now, what do we want to say to everybody before we leave?
Happy travels.
Happy travels. All right. Until next week.